Hello, my name is Tassif Fraz. Today I'll be talking about how the education system has barriers within itself to halt students' growth. My research question for this topic is there a relationship between federal support of K to 12 systems and literacy rates? And how does school districts utilize federal aid? My reasoning behind this is because Americans have not shown any signs of literacy or mathematical ability gains since 1990. That is 31 years from now, which isn't good. So, some ways we can fix this is by increasing fundings to after school activities and clubs that are more related to what students are very interested in. For example, my high school had a robotics club, and within that robotics club, I learned so much about engineering, robotics, electronics, programming, building and designing a robot, and strategy as well, since it was a competition-based robotics club. Um, there's so much that I was able to learn with that I feel like so many other people that are also in robotics in other high schools learn so much as well. Um, so increasing funding for that would allow students to grow their abilities within engineering, robotics. But it doesn't have to be only robotics and engineering. It can also be arts, science, math. There's so much more that funding can go to increase students' growth. There's been research done that people within robotics have done so much better due to the fact that they're learning so much more than they would in regular high school or school in general. Another thing we can do is add more curriculum activities, subjects that are diverted for certain like topics and prepare you for certain majors that you are interested in. My high school was engineering based. It was STEAM based: science, technology, uh, engineering, arts, and math. So I had a little bit of background. My school had its own makerspace, so I was able to design, build stuff. That's how our robotics team was able to grow so well. Um, Without all that, I don't feel like I would have been doing so well right now. So some ways we can figure out how students are actually doing and this what students need is by interviewing the students. Interview students from K to 12. Interviews undergraduate students and graduate students because the undergraduate and graduate students know so much about high school. They went through all the 12 years. The K to 12 are going through it or almost done. By able to ask them what do they need and how they could receive more support is by asking them. If if we don't step up, increase funding to K to 12 systems, graduates and undergraduate colleges, students' growth are not is not going to increase. One thing I like about the college I currently am at, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, is that it's aerospace driven. It's focused on that. It's one of the best schools for aerospace engineers majors. It's also one of the best schools for flight students. That's why I chose to come to school. It's mainly focused for aerospace. And there's some special majors out there, for example, aerospace physiology, which you can't really find anywhere else. It's mainly here because this is an aerospace school or aeronautics, whatever you like to think about it. But having a school or clubs or curriculums that are driven to what you're interested in will allow you to grow to become the person you want to be. If I had aerospace engineering related classes back in my K to 12, I would have known so much more than I already do now. Because everything I've learned was through my own self and nothing else. So that is how I believe we can fix the barriers of student growth is by increasing funding to certain um, curriculums, adding more curriculums, and funding to clubs. And all, and we can find this out by asking students what they want. Thank you for listening and have a great day. Bye bye.